In the heart of Lagos, where the city's pulse beats strong, there lies a story of resilience and redemption. It was a day like any other when Mr. Tunde Ige walked through the doors of Ikoyi Club, unaware that his life was about to take a drastic turn. But fate had a different plan. Accused of a crime he did not commit, Mr. Ige found himself ensnared in a web of false accusations and unfounded suspicions.
Babatunde Ige, how I secured a job was like, at that point I was jobless, so I was looking for a work. So I now told a friend of mine that, okay, I wanted a job. So and I said, okay, he has a job. There's this, what is it called? Temporary construction going on there. So at that company, so now he introduced me to the, what is it called? To the engineer there. So the engineer, I got employed by the engineer. So that's what I went to the table tennis, watching the game, how they played. So it was then one of the staff now came and I said, that I'm arrested for what? And I asked her for what. So she now said, I'm the one stealing all the goods in the company and all that. And I was like, how possible is that? And at that moment, which I was arrested, there's this pass with me. So with the pass is what you gain access, the one you make you enter the company. So without the pass, there's no how you can enter the company. So I now explained to them. So they were like, no, it's not possible. I'm like, okay, this is the pass. An engineer, on his own part, said he was the one that gave me the pass. So,
accused of conspiracy, breaking, entering, and stealing, he suffered in detention for 2 months in Ikoyi Correctional Center for a crime he knows absolutely nothing about.
When I was arrested, it was a lot of like in the house there's bed bugs, mosquito, food is not okay, sleeping on the floor and all that. So it's not just, to me it's a very, very bad experience. I do not wish anyone should go through that experience because it's too bad. So and I was actually taken to Ikoyi Correctional Service, yes. That was where I was taken to. So my experience there was so bad. Actually, from police station, police beating me and all that. The police beat me before going back.
Amidst the darkness, a beacon of hope emerged. Citizens Gavel, a team of legal champions dedicated to righting the wrongs of a system, took up Mr. Ige's cause.
My name is Ige Sylvester Isaac. I am a legal practitioner as well as a legal consultant for Citizens Gavel. Essentially what we do is the provision of free legal services to indigent Nigerians who cannot afford to hire lawyers for themselves. Yes, so one interesting peculiarity about the case of Tunde Ige is the fact that the company which brought a complaint against the defendant, they appeared not to know who was behind the allegations. And I'm talking about allegations such as stealing, conspiracy, breaking and entry, and all that. But for whatever reason, they decided to pin those allegations on Tunde Ige. At the correctional center, Tunde Ige heard about Citizens Gavel, I think through one of his uncles who shared our contact with him, and he reached out. My colleague picked up and jumped on the case. She proceeded to perfect his bail in 2019, and eventually he was out. In the year 2020, trial could not proceed because the prosecution failed to produce witnesses. At a point in time, we had to apply for the matter to be struck out and for the defendant to be allowed to go, but the court did not agree with us at that point. Eventually, the prosecution was able to present one witness, and the witness came before the court and gave his testimony against Tunde Ige. At the end of the day, they closed their case because no further witness was produced. We thereupon called on the court to discharge and acquit the defendant through a no-case submission that we prepared and filed in court. saying that from the evidence presented by the prosecution, there were no sufficient grounds to call on the defendant to put in his defense. The court agreed with us partly in the sense that the court said, yes, for the offense of stealing, there was no proof. For the offense of conspiracy, there was also no proof. And so Tunde Ige was discharged on those grounds. But for the offense of breaking and entry, the court said it is interested in knowing what exactly the defendant was doing on the property on the fateful day. We therefore called on Tunde Ige to, of course, come in and present his case. And he told the court, of course, that he was engaged by a third-party company who itself was engaged by the nominal complainant to do certain works on the property, and that was the basis upon which he was there. And that on the date that he was even arrested, he had a pass on him, and that pass was taken by the police. These facts were not contradicted under cross-examination. On this basis, therefore, the courts considered the two sides and decided that Tunde Ige was not guilty of the offense of breaking and entry, and therefore he was discharged and acquitted on those grounds. It is interesting to note that the trial of Tunde Ige took span through the period of 6 years, that is beginning from 2018 to 2024, when the matter was eventually decided in favor of Tunde Ige. And of course, within that period, we put in representation for him throughout until the matter was eventually determined.
For Mr. Tunde, this verdict marked both vindication and relief, a testament to the unwavering support of citizens Gavel throughout his arduous journey.
Seriously, they've been very, very, very nice to me. Because one thing is that I was like, okay, for good 5 to 6 years that I'm in this case, a lawyer has never demand anything from me. Now me transporting myself, but them now they are not connected. Even when I gave my lawyer from Gavel money, she rejected it. Every time she rejected it, I was like, you doing this thing, fighting for me.
Join us on this journey of hope and transformation as we celebrate the triumph of justice and the indomitable spirit of those who refuse to be silenced. This is the story of Mr. Tunde Ige, a testament to the power of perseverance and the enduring pursuit of truth.